Good morning, everybody. It's morning here in Australia. It's a cloudy day, which is why the lighting's a little bit dark, but that's cool. I am really excited about Google Voice Typing. I've been talking about it all week. I'm Tanya Shipman from Simple Solutions Today and Business Automation 101. And Google Voice Typing has absolutely changed my world. I am so much more productive. I'm continually using it, and I'm continually finding new ways to use it. Yesterday, we created a brand new way of using it, which means I have to keep updating my product, which is called Google Voice Typing cheat sheet and the Google Voice Typing 1,000 words in 10 minutes. Tomorrow it ends because tomorrow it'll be available, but knowing me, I'll probably be updating it and putting it into the membership site. Google Voice Typing. Hi, Mohawk Joe. It's great to see you join in. So Google Voice Typing is free. It's on Chrome and it's available for anybody to use who's got a computer. And if you've got an Android phone, you can also use it on that as well. There's a bit of a limitation in that it has to be on a PC or on a Google or on an Android phone, but for the value for what you get, and when I say on a computer, it can be on a tablet as well, it can be on a laptop. So most people I know have one or the other. Some people have all of those. Excuse me, everybody, sorry. I'm so excited, I'm choking. So this is my 5 days of this is my Google Voice Typing, 5 days, 5 tips and 5 prizes. And I've been talking for the last 4 days about the amazing products, the amazing things that you can do with Google Voice Typing. And day 1 and day tip was how you can use Google Voice Typing to write your book. I wrote 2,300 words yesterday with simply a reminder from my editor. Thank you, Patricia, in which I was able to add on to my book. I'm up to an enormous amount of words, and I just sit there and talk. And many of the people who know me know that I can talk underwater with a mouthful of stones, as my mother often says. I think it works better than dragon speaking because you don't know how. Joe asked a great question. He asked, does it work as well as dragon speaking? Dragon speaking needs a lot of training to use. I haven't used it for a little while, but everybody I know who has used it says that you have to do a lot of training. Google Voice Typing has all of the punctuation in it, and you can set it up so that it knows that you want new paragraphs and full stops and commas and all the rest. For myself, I just talk. I worry about punctuation afterwards because even with dragon speaking, you can get a very polished product out of it, but it's a lot of work to get there. Whereas with Google Voice Typing, you can just literally open up your Chrome, get it to start recording, and you can see the words flowing on your screen. Then you can worry about punctuation and learning how to do it. And it has a help button that allows you to immediately find how to use punctuation. But I just talk and then I edit. For somebody who isn't able to do that, yes, you would just have to spend a little bit of time training Google Voice Typing, but I think it learns faster than dragon speaking. So I hope that answered your question about dragon speaking. The other thing also is dragon speaking costs a lot of money, and you, as I said, you do have to spend a lot of time training it. Google Voice Typing comes with something like 73 different languages. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it comes with a lot of languages. Maybe it's 17. Anyway, it even has Aussie English in there, which is yay for me because I'm an Aussie. But Google Voice Typing, I have sat and shot a video and had it recording while I do my Facebook Lives. It's recording. It's just set up. You just open up Chrome, open up a Google Doc, press the tools and choose Google Voice Typing, and it starts recording. I go in and edit afterwards because I always edit anything I create anyway. So, you know, I put in my full stops, I use Grammarly, and after all that. Yeah, and I've heard that as well, Joe, about how dragon speaking can be quite that. Google Voice Typing isn't perfect. I'm happy to admit to that. It still doesn't get my name right. It's still often, when I say Tanya Shipman, it'll put in Tana Shipment. But that's just a find and replace. I recorded a video of showing what I was doing, and it got the, "Hi, Sean, nice to see you join in." And I had to laugh watching the words that it put up, and then I said it again and it got it right the second time. And it corrects as it's going along. It realizes that it's made mistakes. So I really like Google Voice Typing. You may have picked that up from the last 5 days. But writing a book, easy to do with Google Voice Typing because you sit and talk and it hears what you're saying. With the second day, it was talking about, sorry, that was the second day. First day was just a straight brain dump. First day was just talking, getting Google Voice Typing showing up and just talk away, brain dump. Just, these are the things that I've got in my head, because often, I don't know about you, but I'll often have thoughts and then be going, "Oh, I should have written that down." I can just hit Google Voice Typing and just talk about all the things that are in my head. And sometimes that thing that you've forgotten just pops back in and it's showing up there. So Google Voice Typing day 1 was brain dump. Apologies, I got it around the wrong way, but I was so excited about writing my book. Day 2 was writing your book. Day 3 was transcribing videos. And one of the viewers yesterday, one of the people who follow me yesterday, actually started using Google Voice Typing to record my Facebook Live while I was talking. And it worked, and it does work, and that's what I do as well. I've been on Skype calls and had Google Voice Typing working in the background, capturing the words that I've used. It's really great for being able to transcribe and record what people are saying in videos. And while talking about it, I realized that you could actually, I have a friend who's a copywriter. She was on yesterday's show in which she was talking about, as a copywriter, trying to get sales videos, sales letters recorded or set up. And I said, why don't you just get them to talk about what they do, record that, but also have Google Voice Typing going. People are excited when they're talking about their product, but when they're sitting down and trying to type and watching the words that they type, it's very hard to be excited. But when Google Voice Typing is catching up with you, now I'm naturally a very fast speaker and I know that, but that's the way I am. Google Voice Typing keeps up with me. I'm a typist. I type between 80 to 120 words. It depends if I'm having a good day or a bad day and the words that are there. But the majority of people type at about 30 to 40 words a minute. A lot of people are 2 or 3 finger typists, which means that they're actually having to look at the letters as they're typing them, which means while you're looking, you're trying to think of what you want to say, and then you're having to make sure that your fingers are in all the right places. That slows down the creative process in a major way. Google Voice Typing at 100 words a minute, most people talk at between 100 to 160 words a minute. So immediately talking to Google Voice Typing, you're 3 times as fast. You do still have to edit, but even when you're typing, you have to edit. You know, how many people have bought a book and, you know, you've got double ups of words, or, you know, one of the biggest things I see on Amazon on a regular basis was needs a good editor. So these are people who have typed and still need to have it edited. And the beauty of it is it's easier to talk and create than it is to type and create. So that's the power of Google Voice Typing. So day 4, we were talking about using Google Voice Typing to write emails. One of the things that I have often been taught is write to people as if you were speaking to them. But when you're typing, it's sometimes hard. And I don't know about you, but when I was at school, it was all about, you know, proper language and, you know, using big words and, you know, all that sort of English stuff that you had to do. So it bleeds over when you're writing or typing anything. But when you just talk, you are just talking to a screen. You're pretending and channeling, talking to the person you want to have read your email. It's really handy when you're doing sales letters. It's really handy when you're doing autoresponders. It's your words. Again, Google Voice Typing, you have to edit. And Google Voice Typing will allow you to bold and put in all your commas and all the rest. But I truly believe that the majority of that is slows you down. It's the same as if you're typing. Joe wants me to be an auctioneer. I probably would tangle my words too much to be an auctioneer and sell $1 million product for $10 at the wrong time, believe you me. But thank you for saying that. But yes, I know I'm a fast speaker. Google Voice Typing keeps up with me. It really does. I'm not sitting there waiting for it to catch up. And I know that was sometimes an issue with Dragon Speaking as well. So day 4 was about writing your emails. And it really allows you to be much more productive because you can talk on a topic. It's the same as when you're writing your book. All of those sorts of things, you can actually just talk away and then take the bits that you want. And because it's on Chrome and you're using Google Docs, it keeps everything that you've done. It keeps a history. So if you write half a dozen emails because you're just talking about a subject, you then have a series that you can send out to your readers, your email list. It might be something that you're just commenting on and you go off onto a tangent and you go, well, that's not really part of what this series is about. But because it's in Google Docs, just copy and cut and paste it and move it to another section, and that then can become another email that you can go out. Again, it's much easier to edit than it is to create. When you're concentrating on typing and letters and spelling and sentence adverbs and verbs and pronouns and adjectives and all those sort of things, and does it read right? When you're speaking in your natural voice. But that's what you're doing. You're speaking, this is the way I speak. Now, you might need to go through and change some words or make it a little bit more formal or even more informal, depending on your list. But you're hearing what you're saying. You're speaking what you're feeling. All those sorts of things come in. When you're typing, your brain goes into must be proper English and must have an adverb and start with and I started every sentence with I believe, I believe, I believe. Things like that prey on your mind. When you're talking, you don't usually do that. You're speaking naturally, and that comes through in your emails. As the part of this 5 days, 5 tips, 5 prizes, I've been giving away prizes, the whole idea of this. And one of them, Larry, who was the first winner, wrote that my 1,000 words in 10 days, which is my product that I'll be releasing on Thursday, was read as if it was in my own words. It was in my own words. I created that whole book speaking to Google Voice Typing. And that comes to my 5th tip. Use Google Voice Typing to create products. I've created PDFs, I've created ebooks, I've created emails, which I've talked about, but I've created my Google Voice Typing talking to Google Voice Typing. I had to prove that it works. I wrote 1,000 words in 10 minutes. In some cases, I write even faster than that. And then I spend a little bit of time editing it, and I have a product ready to go. I have friends who go, it's really hard to write, 100 words, 300 words. Google Voice Typing allows you to create sellable products. Now, I talked about book in day 1 because people think about books as, hardbound and the library and from Amazon or Kindle or whatever. The products that you sell online, PDFs that you make available to your groups, blog posts, all those sorts of things are you giving away and selling your expertise. And the ease in which I created this product, and the ease in which I've added extra stuff to it, simply because I get a hint, it allows me to do it. It also allows you to take, and I'm combining 2 tips here in that you're creating products, but you can also grab some PLR. And I've talked about PLR in other forums and that. When you buy PLR, it's often not in your voice. This is the beauty of Google Voice Typing. You're creating a new product. So read what the PLR says and then put it into your own words. Because often when you read something, you think, oh, it's not really how I'd say it. That's the beauty of Google Voice Typing. You can read a PLR and then talk about it. Put it into your own words. It becomes your own unique product. But you haven't had to go and do the research and find out all the information. You've just put it into your own words. And some of the words may be exactly the same as what's in there. I'm not saying don't read out the PLR, but It's the same as anything. If you read the news and you're telling somebody about it, you're not repeating word for word. You're putting it into your own words. And that's how you create products using Google Voice Typing. I did a PDF that I offered in my group about one of the basics of my Business Automation 101, which is about detailing what happens with Google Voice Typing, which details through Google Voice Typing about software, which is one of my 3 staples. I have software, I have systems, and I have staffing. I wrote 4 pages just by talking. Blah, blah, blah. This is the information. And then I went back through and edited it. I was able to create products. That's the power of Google Voice Typing. So that's my 5th tip for the day. There will be a winner for tomorrow. There's been 2 winners already, and I realized I forgot to announce the winner yesterday, so I apologize. So the 2 winners for today are Norma Rickman and Bob Levin. So congratulations, you'll be getting a copy of my Google Voice Typing Pack, which includes my cheat sheet and my 1,000 words in 10 minutes. So they'll be getting that sent through to them via their Facebook messengers, because they're members of my Business Automation group and they're my friends. Everybody who joins my Business Automation group, I add as a friend, because that's what I'm building, is a friendly community. There will be a winner announced tomorrow, and there'll also be a launch announcement letting you know how to get Google Voice Typing if you're interested, inviting you to join my Business Automation 101 group. I'm really excited about Google Voice Typing because I know so many people who have said it's really hard to write when you just blurb. Even if at the end of it you go, yeah, that was all rubbish, there's always usually something that you can use in there. So, you are experts. You know what you're talking about. But often you get, exactly, I have a worldwide family, thank you, Joe, and it's an awesome worldwide family. I also have an awesome family in my own world here in Coffs Harbour, but I really love the people who are a member of my Business Automation group. I have some absolutely fantastic friends in there. So the worldwide group, the Business Automation group is available for anybody to join. Just put in a request to join, and it's all about business automation and making your business better. Google Voice Typing is an automation. You sit and talk and you watch the words show up on your screen, and I can't tell you how exciting it is when you see it happening. I can't tell you how exciting it is when you start a video playing and you record what it says. Really amazing to see the productivity happening. It's not like, oh, I can only type 30 words a minute, so the most I can do is 10 minutes is 300 words and don't know what to say, and you just pick a topic and talk about it. As an expert, you know what you're talking about. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, that's my Google Voice Typing. Congratulations to the 2 winners, Bob Levin and Norma Rickman. If you would like the chance to win the final prize, you need to share this video. Share it to everybody who you think might be interested in Google Voice Typing, and you go into the draw to win. And you can also sign up to find out any more information about Google Voice Typing in the link that I'll provide below. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being interested in Google Voice Typing. It is amazing automation. I am just blown away with how handy I find it. Talk to you all in the next video, where I'll be doing a summary, letting you know how to get a hold of my new product, and also announcing the final winner. I hope you're one of them. Talk to you all in the next video. Bye. I'm Tanya Shipman from Simple Solutions Today and Business Automation 101.